Guys, and welcome to the haul portion of the last yard sale that I think that I hit. That doesn't make sense. Bear with me here. I will link it up here as well in case you haven't seen it. That video was me picking through this particular yard sale. I was there for an hour. I found the most amazing stuff. So much vintage, so many toys. It was like nostalgia just hit me in the face. It was fantastic and loads of profit to be made as well. So because I was there for such a long time, I kept that as the yard sale video, and just to be a little bit different this time, because there was so much stuff, I'm doing the haul separately, which is what this video is. So if you haven't seen that one and you want to see me like discovering all of this treasure in real time, then go back and watch that video first. Again, I'll link it up here and I will link it down in the description as well. But if you're here to see exactly what it was that I found and what it's worth, then stick around because that's what we're doing right now. All right, you guys, welcome to the haul. So this one is a little bit epic. I'm definitely crammed in my garage for this, but I figured there was so much stuff I just wanted to show you in a separate video. So I'll point out each item individually. You'll see a theme going on here. Definitely pretty much all vintage, lots and lots of dolls and knickknacks and that kind of stuff, but really cool things. And I paid $100 in total for everything that I will show you today. So let's start like over this way and work our way around to these lovely ladies right here. Okay, so I'm going to start with some of the wall decor that I found over here. I found a couple of like butterflies that I actually saw some of these at a different yard sale and I wish that I had grabbed them. So I decided the next time I found them I would grab them because they seem to sell quite well. They are 1970s. They have dates on them somewhere as well. So we have a set of 3 here and then we have just a set of 2 here, but I still think that they will do just fine. Then we have a set of birds. These are all lightweight, by the way. They all look like they're metal, but they're not. They're plastic and they're sort of like painted in metallic paint, if you will. So we have a set of birds, again, very like mid-century modern, lots of keywords to play with there. These are some of my favorite pieces. So these amazing pieces from the 70s. Look at these butterflies and these bold colors. I'll give them a bit of a cleanup, but otherwise they're in really nice shape. Again, 1970s. This is one of my favorites as well. You'll see the type of stuff. Oh, I just noticed it was broken. Oh no, what a disappointment. I wonder if it was like that when I actually found it. Oh well, I may never know until I look at the footage. I wonder if it will still sell anyway. I may try, just because it's so cool with the frogs and the butterflies and all the different colors. Oh, what a shame about that. Oh well, never mind. I either overlooked it or it got broken in transit. Either way, I may still clean it up and give it a go. We will see. Another super whimsical piece, again needs a cleanup, but this is very 1970s as well. Giant toadstools and mushrooms and very brightly colored, again super 1970s. This one's a bit heavier, but it's still plastic. And then finally I have a set of 2. They're a little more muted than the other ones, but I still thought they were very cute and very much sort of on that kind of, I don't know, kind of cottagecore farmhouse style vibe to it. So we have a little mailbox here with all of the reeds and the insects, and then we have, I guess, what looks like a water pump as well, and the thistles that go together as well. Then I got a stack of these quilt blocks. They are all by Jack Dempsey Needle Art. Now on their own they can do okay depending on the piece, maybe like $10 a piece or so. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to sell them just as a huge lot or if I'm going to do them piece by piece. It really depends how much work I want to put into it. But we have one here that is an aeroplane, one that has a Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, so I guess yep, crib quilt top. Another one of these aeroplanes. We have a Tooth Fairy pillow, prairie pillowcase doll kit, children's pillowcase for embroidery, and a pillow sham that I guess you embroider and stuff as well. And they're all new in the package as well, so I decided to just kind of throw them on the pile. We'll see how I decide to sell those. We get this at the back here. Again, it's dusty, it needs cleaning off, but otherwise it's brand new in the box. It is Road Legends Collection die cast metal Chevrolet Bel Air 1957. I scanned the barcode for this since it was new in box, and I think I can get probably around 25 to 30 for this. Couple of pieces of clothing. They were only 50 cents a piece, so I couldn't really help myself. I'm probably going to lot these together. These are vintage Wrangler jeans. They're rugged wear, where I can't remember what they're called. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. I looked at the comps already, but basically they have this sort of like patch look to them, and they're literally for like workwear and things like that, to be able to rub things off on your jeans. So we have a green pair and a blue pair. We have a pair of Liberty overalls. These sell all the live long day for me for around $35. Super easy. We'll always pick these up when the price is right. And then I also had a blanket, which appears to be vintage. Here is the papery tag over here. It is made in Mexico, and I grabbed it because it just had the most amazing Southwest colors and print. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and it was in really, really nice shape overall. Love the pinks and the blues coming through there as well, all the way to these greens and yellows. I tend to try and be picky with blankets because I have a stack of them that need to be listed, but something like this with those bright bold colors is just going to do so well, and for 50 cents you can't go wrong. All right, we have one radio. I tested it while I was there. It totally works. Solid State by Sears Silvertone. Like I said, in working condition, other than the dust on top, is in really fantastic cosmetic condition as well. Hopefully around 25 on that. This little guy has a tiny little bit of damage. He has just a little bit of a chip off his tail right there, which is really, really sad, but I still grabbed him because I just thought he was amazing. I believe that he is a planter. You never see them as a whale. I see them as poodles and cats and baby carriages and lambs and all kinds of stuff, but I've never seen a black whale before. And so I assume it's a planter anyway, so that's where the plant would go, and then it's simply marked Japan on the bottom. Just thought he was so cool. Again, very mid-century modern. We have a Heather and Fern Seaforth shaving mug. It doesn't say where it's made, I don't think, but I'm assuming Scotland just by looking at it. Oh, printed in the USA over here. These seem to be doing okay, actually, much better than some of the other shaving mugs that I've picked up in the past. Does not have the brush with it, but I still think this will sell pretty decently. Let me try and get a lot of the knickknacks out of the way. So this was a fantastic score. This is going to make all of my money back most likely, and then probably a little bit more on top of that. So it is a vintage Canon Canonette QL17, the G3 QL. I am going to sell this untested because that's how I sell all of my cameras, but it has very sort of little cosmetic wear to it, and if it was tested it would probably go for around $200. Untested, I'm hoping to get at least $100 for it. Again, paid $100 for everything that's here, so this would be a real score if I can sell it for that much. I have no idea what this is, but again, such mid-century modern vibes that I could not help myself. It has like a little or two little deer, or a deer and a mouse. I don't know what I'm looking at here. And flowers. It's so delicate and carefully done with glass. I don't know. If anybody has ever seen anything like this before, please do let me know. But it's just the style is what grabbed me for this. Few more wall decor pieces here. Again, this is something that I have seen at previous yard sales, looked up after the fact and realized I should have grabbed the little sets of like the butterflies here where they're metal and they're kind of open. So I have one little set there, and then I have a very similar set here as well, except that instead of butterflies it is birds with the wings being sort of separate and open. Again, those are all metal. Have a pair of bookends that I just thought were really, really cool. Definitely vintage, looking at them, like you can just tell. Not entirely sure what it says on the back, though there are some markings there. Extremely heavy brass ones, and they're both ships, basically. Ships with the sails open, and I just thought they were so cool with the choppy water. So definitely didn't want to leave those behind. Hopefully I'll get around 30 to 35 for those. All right, another knick-knacky thing here. One of the first things I found, I only grabbed them because they're all Christmas books, and Christmas is coming. They're all vintage, just the little golden books. I don't usually pick them up, but because they're all the same theme, I'm just going to lot them together and sell them. So Mother Somewhere will love those for her kids, I am sure. We have a new in-box vintage Italian nativity set, hand-painted and made in Italy. It's not Fontanini. It's nothing like particularly wonderful like that, but it is vintage for sure. Like, look at this packaging. And so this one is actually the Holy Family. You can see them all in there. It's really quite beautiful. It's in good condition. So hopefully, even without a specific brand, this will still sell. Bit of a wild card there, really. All right, and then let's start with some dolls, shall we? Start with some doll cases here. So we have, I'm unfamiliar with this one, so let me know if you remember it at all, but Dawn doll case for Dawn and her friends. We definitely have some 60s vibes going. Oh, 1970, close enough. 60s, 70s vibes going on, and there are some of the little Dawn dolls inside. The comps look pretty darn good for these as well. So I just kind of threw them in the pile and decided to figure them out once I got home. So I put this in my pile, not thinking very much of it. Turns out this little lady is a bit of a bolo. I'm going to put the comps up here so that you can see the exact name of it and you can see what other people are listing for. There wasn't a lot sold actually, because I don't think there's many on the market. There was only a couple listed as well. But yeah, really glad that I threw her in my pile just because I was curious, because because she definitely seems to be doing pretty darn well. All right, we have a Kiddles Collector's Case by Mattel. Apparently, the green color is more rare. Most of them are, I want to say pink, either pink or white. I can't remember. You've probably seen the comps as well. But the green one, the lime green, is much harder to find. And this one is in pretty good shape. So this should do quite nicely, hopefully around 35. This at the back here was not a fantastic find. The World of Barbie double doll case, and it's from 1968. It does have inside, if I can open it up, like the little wardrobe and where you can store the clothes and stuff, but it does not have any dolls or accessories in it. And the case by itself is not doing fantastically, unfortunately. So I will give it a clean up. I still think it'll sell. I just don't think that this was like a score per se. You win some, you lose some. This one, however, is more of a score. So this one is Barbie, Stacy and Frankie doll trunk, 1968, again in blue. Again, I'll put those comps up so you can see for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it necessarily, but after I've cleaned this one up, this one seems to be doing pretty nicely as well. And here is what it looks like on the inside. All right, I grabbed a few odds and ends because these dolls were only $1 a piece, so I decided to take a chance. The best one that I found, as far as I can tell, is this one here, which is a G.I. Joe from, I think, 1964. Yep, that's right. And he has the scar on his face, which apparently is something you have to put in your keywords. But hopefully he'll get me anywhere from sort of like $40, potentially all the way up to $80. I have no idea who this gentleman is, so if you know, please let me know. He is marked on the back. He's Universal City Studios by General Mills, 1975. I'm wondering what, I don't know what this is supposed to do, or if that is faulty. Perhaps it's faulty, who knows. But yes, if you know who this chap is, do let me know. But again, he was a buck. We have a Spock for $1 as well. I'm not sure of the year on him. Oh, 1974. I haven't looked him up yet, but again, I figured I'd take the chance. We have this doll right here, which I'm thinking is from the Barbie line. Let me know if you think I am mistaken. I'm not sure of her year, but she does have the pull string. Unfortunately, she does not talk anymore. She doesn't make the sounds, but she's a little bit older, so I decided to give her a try. She does need a bit of a wipe up for sure. Oh, this was a bit of a fail. So it's a Disney piece, and it's from 1988. I believe this is one of the dogs from Oliver and Company. I grabbed it just because I figured that I would, like, just in case. I threw it in. It's probably like 25 cents or something like that. Unfortunately, they're just not really worth anything, so that'll just be a redonation. I have what I assume to be a Ken doll. He is marked 1968 on the back. This guy, no idea what I'm looking at here. So again, if you have any information, please let me know. I'll have to use Google Lens, I think. He just says made in Hong Kong, and then there's like a rabbit on the back, which I don't know what that stands for, honestly. He has like a wolfman look to him, but I just thought he was super cool, so I had to grab him. All right, we have an Epi doll from 1964 right here. Again, they're not doing fantastic, maybe like $12 to $15 when she's cleaned up. Not sure exactly who this is, but since they have like the big eyes, I decided to give it a chance. It was made in Taiwan. Again, Google Lens would be my friend with this. And then speaking of big eyes, that's why I grabbed this little lady as well, from definitely from the 1970s. I'm pretty darn sure, and because she had those big oversized eyes, that's such a wonderful keyword. I'm going to use that. And I think she's marked Royal Doll 1972 on the back. All right, and then let's talk about these over here. So let's do this little lady first, if I can pick her up. These things are heavy. Okay, so we have this one first that kind of caught my eye. Her eyelash, unfortunately, is coming loose a tiny bit, so I'm going to have to disclose that. But I always look for the markings, usually on the back of the necks, sometimes on the side seams. It just depends. But this one is marked Pat Seacrest or Christ 1993. The comps looked really promising on her, so I went ahead and grabbed her. She does need a little bit of a cleanup as well, but she's not doing too badly. There were a few dolls there that I passed over that I shouldn't have. Looking back, I should have grabbed them. And there was one doll that a lady grabbed. To be honest, you've probably seen the video, I started shopping, and then almost as soon as I got there, another lady came, and when she heard that the dolls were so cheap, she got a tote and she just started throwing them in there. Like my blood pressure went up a notch, I think. And I realized, oh my God, I'm going to have to just grab anything that looks interesting, because otherwise it's not going to be there for me to grab. And I definitely missed a few things. For sure, she got there before me on quite a few good things as well. There was one that was a really spooky looking doll with really huge, oversized, like saucer eyes. I'd be so interested to find out exactly what that thing was. But oh well, again, you win some, you lose some, and that's fine. I got plenty and I'm grateful for it. But yeah, she definitely She definitely got my cortisol rising just a little bit, watching her grab everything in front of me. All right, let's do this doll next. So I think that this doll is antique. She has some damage to her arm, as you can see here. There's the attachment. She is definitely, she's seen better days, but I think that she's really, really cool. I'm not sure exactly what she's made of. She has almost like, it's not a styrofoam underneath. It almost looks like a wood underneath. And her eyes do close when you tip her backwards. She definitely has some wear to her arms as well, and she's very heavy and very oversized. She's about 28 inches tall when all is said and done. There's no markings on her, anything like that, but I'm just going to go ahead and market her as an oversized antique baby doll, and I'll probably throw some keywords in there because of the time of the year, like spooky, Halloween, creepy, that kind of thing. No offense to her, but just because of what people might be looking for online right now. All right, again, no markings that I can find on this chap, but I thought he was really, really cool. He is plastic, I think. I can't decide between plastic and metal. I think he's plastic, but he's just like a little elf dude. He doesn't light up or anything like that. Again, no markings, but he's all kind of jointed and stuff, and I thought that he was kind of awesome, so I went ahead and grabbed him, and I think he was like $3 or so. If you've ever seen him before, do let me know in the comments. All right, and the last item I grabbed was technically $25, but like I said, $100 for everything here was an absolute steal, so you know. But this is working as well. It is a JVC. The model is on the back, and it's basically just like a cassette player boombox. I actually couldn't find any listed or sold for this exact model. The aerial is still intact, which is something that you always want to check when you're looking at these kind of vintage electronics, because those break so easily. And yeah, I figured I'm just going to try my luck with this one since there's none listed. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming along with me to today's yard sale. Again, if you didn't see me like finding the items at the yard sale, that video is linked down below if you want to check it out and see what I left behind. You can tell me if I left anything really cool. As always though, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here and you like thrifting and yard sales and flipping stuff online for a profit, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you can come back and hang out with me some more. As always, if you're looking for a friendly place to ask all your reseller questions and get to know more people who resell too, then you can check out my Facebook group linked down below, Thrift Nice. And lastly, if you're looking for any fun reseller or thrifting themed merchandise, you can check out my Teespring store linked down below as well. All right, you guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.